Hello again. This is Chad Cook, your host with EdgeMate. I'm a partner at Bridgepointe Technologies, and at EdgeMate, we talk to sales leaders, business leaders, and what we try and do is find out what your people's edge are, what their company's edge is, what differentiates them from their competition. And today's guest is Rusty Wadatz. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. Yeah, well, you're a owner of your own interior design firm, and you also do real estate with Sotheby's. And yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell me how you made your way to the Bay Area, as well as a little bit about your business.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in LA, and I went to school at Chico State. And then I
You
landed
made it at Chico State.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
It can happen. And then I moved to the Bay Area, and my first job was Salesforce.com. Very lucky person to get that as my first job. Was there a few years, 5-6 years, and decided that corporate America was not for me. And my firm, and got my real estate license at the same time. And fast forward, I do both now.
That's awesome. And can I share a story how we met?
Yes.
Like, because I think we share some commonalities, art and culture, and we were at this art event, and I mean, I don't know how many pairs you said you have, but he has amazing, immaculate shoes. I'm not going to ask him to like put his leg up, only if he wants to. And I went up to him and I was just like, those are amazing. And I had some nice shoes on too, but not anywhere near to the level. And I was like, I wish I could put them on. He's like, yeah, I wish you could too. I wear a size 13. I'm like, so do I. And so we swapped shoes at this art event for like 20 minutes. And since then, we've been friends, and thank you again for jumping on the show. Definitely want to let people know about what you do and all that good stuff.
So, real quick, we have to show the shoe.
Okay, I think we do it. Oh my God, yeah.
People will be curious.
Yeah. So here's what I do. So I had to slip on too, but like as you can see, like this is nice, but much nicer. That's awesome. Well, yeah. So in the spirit of learning more about you, we're gonna move into the icebreaker segment. And we have two cards. One card is for a question you would ask a child, and another would be for an adult. And I think we both are child at heart, so I think both questions will apply. What do the first 30 minutes of your typical day look like? That's a good question.
So I wake up and actually take 5 or 10 minutes to myself in bed, and I write in my 5-minute journal every day. And highlight the I'm thankful for, what the day looked like, and kind of roadmap the rest of the week, like what you want to happen in the week. I start that every morning, and then I get up, drink water, and then go for my 10,000 steps every day.
So that sounds like a routine, like a nice little routine that gets you ready, that gets you in the game, ready to crush the day.
Yeah.
That's good.
Consistent. I skip some days, but can't get to the gym. Not a big gym person, but at least you get 10,000 steps. You make your calls, interact with people, and just kind of sit with yourself.
Yep.
That time.
That's good. Yeah. I'm trying to get better at that too. And I would say for the last 6 months, I've got a nice little morning routine as well. And it's huge dividend. As opposed to waking up and just like, trying to let the universe decide. Maybe just try and like get the routine going, and then you make the universe. All right. The next question is, what do you need help with right now?
Always like to.
That's got to be the adult question.
Yeah.
Because the kid's going to be like, I need ice cream.
I think life's unique. I think sometimes we get in our head, things chaotic, and the ego come into play. And I think as I get older and as I expand my business, I think you have to look at things like how do you ask people for help to even know even more, even though you could be successful or in the right routine. It's still saying like you have to be willing to grow and see people's help and ask for the help to get to the next level. And I think I always want to get to the next level, and there's no end to that level. Doesn't always have to be abundance or like you have to be big in the company. But I think sometimes just those levels could mean different things to you. So I would say ask us for help.
I totally agree with that. I have a line that I tell people, like, have enough pride or have no pride. And because sometimes when you see somebody that's doing better than you, not saying it's happening with you, but like if someone's doing better than you get kind of in your ego, like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I can cuss. Forget that guy. Whatever. But like, to be honest, if you take the ego away, talk to that person, you can learn so much more. You can find out different things that that you may not thought about, and then it can actually improve your overall performance, whether it's relationships or work or whatever. So I totally agree with that.
I always say like a billionaire still asks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's why they're billionaires, because they keep asking people that are smarter than them or whatnot, or more experienced. 100%. All right. Well, let's get into more detail with the interior design firm. So, what would you say some of the strengths of your company are?
I say some of my strengths are, I think people view the industry as kind of a very creative industry. I think sometimes people just view it as a very creative job. So I have a hard time thinking that you're going to be strategic with certain things. It's just going to be funny games. I think with my background being corporate America and being creative, I come in, do the job with many different mindsets. The creative bucket. I think I do your house as an asset bucket. What's the long-term goal bucket? And I take that whole thing and create like, what's the strategy for everyone? And it's just not about the furniture or the model. It's about all the different buckets that come together and view those buckets and help the client see the value in all the buckets together. I think sometimes people just want to see one, and then you don't think about other things until it's too late.
And so, what would you say when you fixate over one bucket and not the other three? What type of things would happen to them in the long term? Do you think?
I think in that there's disappointment. I think there's frustration, and I think, of course, it's human nature. When someone's home is very personal, they'll choose difficult situations: money, their personal space, and their relationship. Typically, a couple. So you're in their home dealing with all that stuff. So you have to step back, come to the art director, and make sure you cover as much as you can to have most successful project. And I think another, since I did real estate as well too at Sotheby's, I can come in and have that land on the roadside or sell or help them see the big picture where they should invest their money versus where they just think big because it's not Instagram story or do it yourself situation. I just think it's directing them into the right path.
Yep. Yeah, I would say there has to be a huge benefit of having some of that real estate experience in combination with to help. Conversely, though, what would some of your weaknesses be?
Anyway, weaknesses would be I'm heavily invested in people's homes. So sometimes you become a family member for them now because they're there so long in the process. Sometimes people can't forget or you forget just the lines of everything. And it is so emotional because you're spending people's money. Sometimes I can feel a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
And I think another weakness is since I do two things, real estate design, people don't always hear what I do necessarily. They hear one or the other, or they get confused. And I think sometimes it's hard for people to digest.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All things being equal, like if someone says, "Oh, that's all I do this," and then someone else said, "I do that too." All things being equal, you may go with the one that does it. But like, no one's to say that I mean, as long yeah, that expectations, you probably would just start with one, and then but then if you have the expertise in two different areas, as you get to know that person, probably wins this day.
Yeah, I mean, and then plus, like, I think next question people want to ask is, what do you make more money in? I get that all the time. Oh, when do you make more money in? It's so interesting that ask us, it's like, ask us how much money do you make? But they view it as kind of like fun jobs, so they feel very easy to ask that question.
Yeah. It's all. I would think. It's one. There's one thing going to one bank.
Well, yeah, there's one entity, but I think that question allows them to feel like what maybe a more successful rationale in a different way.
Yeah, no, I know. But I don't know if there's a correlation there. Sometimes people love something, and they don't make any money at all. And it's the one they hate is when the. So it's actually a good question that they ask. So what would be some opportunities in the interior design industry?
I think a lot of opportunities. I've been fortunate enough in interior design and real estate. I do a lot of development. I'll work with developers and help them art direct in the process of a new development. I think with my background, I have opportunities. I've done office design, corporate office designs, I've done development, I've done all homes and sales. I think the opportunity is not pigeonholed into one space of interior design. I have the flexibility to do multiple things. Like I have a client who has a house I can revolve from, and their CEO, their company, I revolve their office as well too, and complete the whole package of their narrative, how they live, how they work, and what's their story. I think there's a lot of opportunity to be able to multiple buckets and understand all of them, be able to speak all of them for job opportunities.
Okay. So taking a step back, is there like specific like genres of interior design that you work from, like that you reflect on, like from like textbooks and stuff? Or how does like what is the most common style that you bring to the table, or that every single time different? I mean, obviously it's different every single time, but it's like a general theme.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic. I like approachable aesthetic. I like a well curated as well too. I love probably Europe, Paris, London, Mallorca, all these places that you travel to. I take pieces of their style and bring it back and put them together in a different way with like all these different aesthetics. They all come together and make them unique. I think I like where unique versus friendly. Unique is the way to like keep the home timeless. Something out a little bit. Trend is typically got it in place 5 years.
Yeah.
So I like to keep the bones traditional or timeless and layers of uniqueness or color and things like that. So those can be swapped out later, and it's not a full remodel all the time.
Okay, that's good. What would you say are threats to your industry?
But online, Instagram, TikTok, I think people see those stories and think it just happens overnight, and everyone can do it. So sometimes I will get the phone calls going, "Oh, can you just come over real quick and just tell me real quick what you want to do?" They think I got done in an hour, and that's not the case.
ABC Interior on TikTok was able to would do their whole home in 30 seconds. What are you talking about?
They do. Yeah, nice way to go. We'll reach out to them.
Exactly.
But they do, and they think they can you to maybe do it because they're salespeople too.
Yeah.
Everyone's a salesman, so I see how far they can get the sales pitch.
Yeah, no judgment, but yes.
I mean, we're all salesmen, obviously, too. So it's just like knowing where the boundaries are in that and not allow that energy to make you pivot only to that track.
Cool. Well, we are almost to the end of our journey. It's been great. I mean, this show is typically 10 to 15 minutes long because salespeople, you mentioned, we don't interest span of actually 5.
Very true.
I'm not like Hoover, we're on for like an hour and 10. But we are back. We're the last segment, probably the funnest one probably is the tarot segment, and I. Pulled a card earlier today, and it is the 6 of Cups. All right, and that's a pretty good card, in my opinion. 6s mean, well, basically, cups mean that interaction, dealing with people, and then it's with your job. You're literally dealing with people all the time, and cups are like cheers and how you doing. And 6s are basically. I mean, I feel like I'm a medium universe. I picked these cards, and like basically it means a routine. You have a routine, and we just spoke about a routine earlier, and it signifies just keeping things going. The more you keep things going, the more generosity and kindness come. Like a lot of abundance, and you can. Essentially, keep the universe to go in your way. When you put those two cards together, it also evokes. It says something about childhood memories and innocence and revisiting the past. And you didn't. I mean, I feel like when you're. That's why I kind of asked this question about what your theme is for your design. This is about timeless. Yeah, when you walk into some place, you want to feel comfortable. And so I feel like the card kind of has some connotations in that as well. So once again, the card that makes sense. Or maybe I know how to connect the dots. It doesn't matter.
Well, it's the correlation to I kept mentioning buckets. Well,
Yeah, you did.
and say making sure you look at all the buckets, not just one, and focus on one, because the rest will dry or that.
Yeah, I mean, I would drink out of a bucket or a cup as long as it's not. It's delicious. Well, thank you again, Rusty. It's been awesome. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and have a good day, y'all.
Bye.